In any other situation, this girl would be undressed, but on the beach, her clothing, what there is of it, is suitable. That also applies to her friend, who is a worker in a factory where he does a good job of abrasive blasting. But you do see people who are undressed at their jobs and who are paying a high price for it. Serious injuries are often caused by being incorrectly dressed on the job. The soldier is the one man who is literally dressed to kill. That's his job. In industry, lack of protective clothing and equipment can lead to accidental death or serious injury. Here, for example, is a man who'll be working in an abrasive blasting chamber in another quarter of an hour. For this work, he requires a special type of helmet, as well as overalls and gauntlets. Dressed any other way, he'd be dressed to kill himself. The helmet protects his lungs, eyes, and respiratory system. The air he breathes comes through this pipe at a flow rate of not less than 6 cubic feet a minute. It passes through a filter, and a tap gives the operator the amount of air he requires. Now he's dressed for a job which could cause serious injury if he were without protective clothing. Without protection, this is what could happen. Abrasive particles would cause severe injury to exposed skin surfaces. Sharp particles under pressure could cause severe eye injuries and perhaps loss of sight. Dust and grit taken in through the nose could result in serious damage to his lungs. Welding has its own special requirements. Everyone knows that there is danger to sight in the radiations emitted by the electric arc, but the other harmful possibilities in those same radiations are not so widely understood. This man is close enough to be harmfully affected by these radiations, and he should be wearing protective goggles or glasses. This man is only partly dressed. His eyes and hands are protected, but his forearms are not. He also needs the protection of a leather or asbestos apron. The welder, dressed correctly and safely for his job, first puts on his apron and fire-resistant spats. These may save him from nasty injury. A suitable barrier cream will protect exposed skin surfaces from harmful radiation. Now, with his gloves and helmet, he is dressed to do his job efficiently and, above all, safely. Another welder working in the same vicinity requires the same protection, even though he may only be present at the site of the work for brief periods. A few minutes' neglect of these precautions can result in severe and permanent injury. This is necessary equipment for all welders: suitable asbestos sheets, hand screens or helmets fitted with colored glass for arc welders, protective glasses with side shields for oxyacetylene operators, gauntlets and gum or insulating boots for damp places where electric shock could occur. As an additional protection, anti-flash spectacles should be worn under his helmet. Lead processing has its own hazards, and they are considerable. Where lead dust and fumes are present, a face mask with the correct type of filter equipment should be worn. That small pad may make all the difference between a healthy man and a chronic invalid. Lead dust and fumes have a highly toxic effect, and in factories where these are present in the air, a head covering and respirator must be worn. Where a wet process is used, suitable footwear must be worn. A washable waterproof apron is a must, and gloves must be used to prevent contact. To wear this equipment, which must be thoroughly washed at least once a week, is the common sense way to guard your health from the dangers associated with lead and lead compounds. Countless accidents have occurred among men who work with or handle chemicals such as acids, alkalis, and chlorate of potash. Eyes and lungs are especially ill. In working with chemicals, clothing varies with the type of protection needed. This man is wearing a lightweight wool and terraline garment, protective glasses, and rubber gloves. This more formidable outfit is resistant to acids, alkalis, oils and greases, as well as toxic fumes. The respirator mask provides eye protection as well, and of course guards his lungs from fumes or gases. There is a respirator for every type of situation, either face masks or more complicated equipment carrying their own air supply. The worldwide movement for industrial safety has brought about the manufacture of hundreds of devices specially designed to minimize the hazards associated with all kinds of work. Each one has a particular purpose and is the result of painstaking study of the worker's needs. But the workers' sensible cooperation is vital in all safety measures. Starting at the beginning, the head. On nearly all outdoor work and much indoor work, there is a continuous risk of injury from falling objects. A safety helmet will reduce this risk considerably, and there are many different types of helmets from which a most suitable one can be chosen. Now the eyes. Almost every workshop or factory has jobs likely to cause eye injury if protective glasses are not worn, and these injuries range from simple but painful ones to permanent loss of sight. Protective glasses are comfortable to wear. They can be made to suit the wearer's requirements if he normally wears glasses, and they have saved many a man from serious accident. Even if wearing them is not a compulsory condition of employment, it is stupid to risk your sight. Some jobs, of course, call for a larger area of protection, and there are many variations of face shields which guard the face as well as the eyes themselves. Then the hands. There are roughly 1,000 kinds of gloves available to industry. Some of them are made of leather for handling sharp and metal objects. Some are of rubber for handling chemicals such as acids. Others are of PVC. Cotton gloves, palm-coated gloves, heavy gloves, light gloves. Gloves for every conceivable type of job and wearer. The feet are susceptible to injury from heavy falling objects, and many injuries have been averted by the use of safety footwear. The toe is protected by a built-in steel toe cap which resists considerable impact. This is additional protection for the bones of the foot and is a sensible precaution in all situations where the risk of injury is present. Protective clothing may be grotesque, clumsy, and uncomfortable, but it was designed for the sole sure that the people who wear it and work in dangerous trades can go home to their families at the end of the day, secure in the knowledge that their health is in good safekeeping.